energy sector, but I want to mention that SRM is also specialized in ports, logistics, and maritime economy. And we clearly see, perhaps for that reason, that we cover the analysis on energy, but also in maritime sector, that there are a lot of relations between maritime economy and energy economy. And the key point is that ports are becoming energy hubs, increasing their strategic role especially for countries like Italy and Croatia, which have a dominant sea side. Why I'm saying so? If we look, for example, pipelines in Italy arrive all close to ports. The petrochemical industry is not the old petrochemical industry, which has to be converted into biofuel and green chemical industry, is normally close to ports. Ports are now, if we look, the best performing ports all over Europe, not only in the Mediterranean, but also in the south of the Mediterranean, in some northern European, African countries. We see that ports are now becoming producer of green energy because they have place to install solar capacity. There is also the new technology of floating solar capacity, wind capacity. So solar and wind production for renewable energy produced close to ports for the use of ports as to support the decarbonization of the shipping industry, which is something related, very well related to energy, because shipping industry need to convert for the always goals of decarbonizing, but also for hydrogen, because again, think about the point that, at least in Italy, but I think also in Croatia, a lot of big industries are located close to ports, and so ports can be the place to produce or to trade ammonia or hydrogen to support also the decarbonization of big industry. So what I want to stress as final point is that Croatia has key infrastructure and ports all across and along Adriatic coast, and my message here is to look at ports with a different perspective. They are no more simply the place where goods and people move, trade, but also strategic hubs to drive investment, especially in renewable energy investment. This is the final slide, just to invite you, because I want to leave the floor, of course, to Professor Bompard, who is connected, and in a couple of minutes we will make a focus on Croatia energy system, also in comparison with other countries, as I said. But before that, let me just invite you to the presentation of a new report on the energy in the Mediterranean that we will make the 28th of January at the European Parliament in Brussels, and it will be a great pleasure for us to also have you in physical presence or connected via web. Thank you very much. I leave the floor to Professor Bompard, who I think is connected. Thank you again for your